My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, and I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Noonas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And somehow, it's the end of the month again. It's the
crazy.
last
Wild.
Monday of the month. I don't understand how this has happened, but it has yet again. Though it's like one of those weird months where it's like the Monday's actually like a little earlier, like just, like it's, it's sort of slightly earlier than normal. So it feels weird to be doing like what we're watching so early, as it were, but it's not, I guess. For anyone who this might be your first episode finding us, welcome. We do this every month where we do an episode where we just tell y'all what we've been watching and if we've been enjoying it, so you can maybe decide if you want to add some stuff to your watch list. It's usually pretty varied because we all have pretty varied tastes. So that is what we're going to be doing today. And, let's just get right into it. And every month I randomly generate our order. And this month Sky is going first. So, Sky, what is something you have been watching?
I will start off with talking about Moon River because I just finished episode 6. So it is episode 6 of 14. We still have quite a ways to go. I will not be able to do a lot of... There's really not spoilers. The first 6 episodes is a lot of exposition. Like it is... You have to set up all the court politics. And yes, we are court politicking. This is a period drama. You will have to throw in the fantasy because we even start off seeing some gods just because they want to kind of explain fate a little bit. So it's not like, and they show up periodically just to be kind of looking at our main character's fate lines and just kind of being like, you guys are kind of like, you're having a time is usually what this god guy is saying. But I will try not to do like major spoilers, but we start off with our main gal, Park Dali, and she is a porter. So she goes and she walks to all of these villages and stuff, and she tries to sell her wares. Come to find out, she did have amnesia a few years back, and so she does not remember her past whatsoever, but she's been adopted by this lovely, kind couple that she calls her mom and dad, and they do run a trading post thing, so that is how she got into the trading life. And so the tone of this show is very silly. Not like 150% of the time, but like when we are not court politicking and killing people, we are... a lot of slapstick. We are a lot of funny faces and things like that.
Is it sort of like on the level of like 100 Days My Prince, that sort of vibe?
I would say it's even ratcheted
more
up
so
because of, and I was curious about the writer, director, I don't have anything to give. They have done a few other things, but as far as like super notable or things I have nothing to really compare to. But, I think it's just one level, because you have to look at our leads, and I'm not saying any, like, they're a good actor and a great actor and actress. Love them, Kang Tae-oh and Kim Se-jung. Like, I love them to bits. Like,
they are
even singing,
like,
all types of stuff. But as far as what this show is doing, they are trying to show the comedy chops that they also have.
Sure.
But it's not really comedic timing so much as it is the faces, some slapstick, kind of with side characters more. They don't really do slapstick as much. It's usually the facial expressions. And I kind of figured out why later on. So not to like spoil, they eventually body swap. And when I say eventually, it's a handful of episodes later. And so the reason why we had kind of slightly exaggerated expressions with these characters to begin with, because then they're great at mimicking each other's expressions when they are swapped. And like that is, to me, that's the fun part of watching what we're doing at that point.
Yeah.
But this is ruining nothing. Essentially, the crown prince had a wife. For political machinations, she was deposed and killed. supposedly. Well, she sure looks like Sejong's character. Okay, so like, and the show shows it is her. Like they show this, but he does not know this, because she doesn't remember anything, and so that is what we're playing at with as far as he eventually meets her, and it's a problem because like, hey, you look like my dead wife, and that's like a problem because now I'm attracted to you, but you're like this lowly person. What on earth? Like that's not a thing. So. And your borders, like that's, I think what's kind of fun about the Park Deli character is not only is she a lowly person, she also, since she is a trader, she has a lot of play with like having a lot of connections and things that I think in a lot of these shows, lower female characters don't always have a ton of like connections outside of their small community. Like she has connections all through all these, she has networks of people, so like that kind of is a neat play in my opinion for a female character that we don't usually see. So as far as tone, this is just a lighter Saeguk plus killing, you know how they do.
the classic.
Sure.
Why is she blowing bubbles? Because she's like is a bubble wand. So, you know, so this shows
Listen,
how
we all have
are.
stress situations.
So it is fun because they do kind of put some, there's a slight mythological, but like that's not the point of the plot so far, at least into episode 6. They have like one slight, but besides the gods, we kind of have like one other thing that's in the shadows a little bit at the moment, but we'll see what happens with that. But since I knew this was so like I like body swap. That is a thing I like to check out because I appreciate the very similar to being able to watch double role things for an actor. I like watching body swap stuff because I get a kick out of how
I do
they
too.
mimic
I
each
do
other's
too.
stuff, and not just like mimic each other's character choice stuff. So like again, I know these two well enough that like I know what they are, what they typically act like when they're just being people. And so seeing the character choices and then seeing how they mimic the character choices is fun.
And also mimicking like how someone moves, how someone, their mannerisms and things. That's fun. It is fun to watch.
And like so far, the way they do the mimicking, it's not just, oh, she always says that phrase or whatever. It really is mostly the facial expressions and the body movements, which like they do really like, they knock that out of the park and it's pretty cute. And it's also there's not really an insta-love thing happening because, again, that's why I said a little bit of the backstory there. Because so he's trying to put distance. He's not trying to be like, because that's weird. Like, he's trying to not do that. But, of course, there's been some saving each other stuff, political stuff. And then we do have a second couple situation, which is kind of a second prince and another gal who's involved in the political stuff, but she has a gun. Just saying, like she knows how to sharpshoot, and that's a thing.
She's got a little musket action happening.
And is she the left minister's daughter? She
of course
is, which is
like, she's the left. Of course, what else would she be?
It's just so funny, like. Why every show it's like, oh, left minister, he's bad. Like that's
but listen,
the left minister.
Listen, I feel like it's probably just sort of an easy ploy because it's like, oh yeah, the left minister had a lot of power. So like it was easy for like corrupt people to take advantage of that position, right?
And I will say, so left minister is played by Jin-gu. So like you give him a little scar and you make him scowl the whole time and like I will say he's not played up for like his looks. Like I mean, he really is scary most of the time.
Yeah, well, no, like, and listen, I'm not saying he's not good looking. He is good looking, but he does have a severe quality to his look.
They're leaning into his silent severity is what they're mostly doing. And like, wow, that guy's like bad. But
sometimes it's just like when someone has cop face. It's like,
but you know how sometimes a show will still frame the like villain guy as like, but he's hot. Like they really aren't doing that to it, but they could, they could have.
He still is, but like that's not the
that
point.
Wasn't the point of what they're showing. And the whole time I'm like, I don't really think you're old enough to be her dad, but like we'll pretend.
Listen, they've made like 30-year-old women be like the mother to teenagers. It's time. It's time, for the fellas to do their part.
Yeah, that actually makes me curious. Like, how old do we guess he is?
That's like
45. I would not have guessed 45.
45?
45.
Yeah, okay.
All right, yeah, he could have a 20-year-old daughter.
I'll accept it. She looks young.
Sure.
And she does a really good job.
She does look young. This is
She's closer to 30, though.
She's 31.
No.
Yeah.
So, like, theoretically,
in real life,
he could have if he was a very teen dad.
Logically, I guess.
But he has the, how politicians in the court always have the long beard moment. He's having the long beard moment. So that does
age you a little.
Yeah.
It does age you.
And this is on Vicky, This one?
It is. And they've been, as far as I can tell, they've been cranking out the subtitles pretty good. But I'm not sure that I've been hitting it exactly day of. So I guess I can't swear to that. I will say, as far as like my personal, so like I've talked about the show. I enjoy the show. As far as my personal feels about the show, they're long episodes. They are an hour 10.
That is pretty long, yeah.
I don't typically necessarily watch it in one sitting. Sometimes, like, I'll maybe watch 45 minutes. I'm kind of a 45-minute-er. So, like, I'll kind of let whatever arc we're doing, and then I'll be like, I'll maybe go do a task a little bit, and then I'll finish the rest. So, like, I kind of have to take breaks from it. I am not super hooked necessarily. I will probably finish it because I am enjoying...
You're liking it well enough that it's not a drop.
I'm not sure that it's necessarily the story or the show itself that is keeping me here. I like seeing body swap acting choices. Yeah. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense.
If it was less silly, I would probably appreciate it just like a little bit more.
Yeah. Because
I know that these people can do serious really well. And I'm not saying they're not doing anything serious. They are. They're having serious scenes, and they're doing well with them. And that's the thing, they're doing really well with serious scenes. Not sure the writing is stellar, but it's fine. I accept it. Again, why are we blowing bubbles? I don't, just sometimes like we're just
a choice was made. A choice was made.
The reason I bring that up, it really comes up like 3 or 4 times already. I'm like, we're bubbling again. Okay, I'm not sure why. But it's fun. I think I kind of do wonder, it makes you wonder how it's going to work. So I am into it. I do wonder how.
You were intrigued by how it goes. Yeah.
I have wondered, how are they going to make people okay with her being alive? Like, how's not sure about that.
Yeah.
We will see how that works. I do recommend it for people who do like the light Seguk likers. I can probably guarantee, if one of them dies by the end, I will be shocked because that's kind of the crux of the show. Yeah. I feel like our leads, at least, our 2 leads. Don't ask me about the second couple. Like that's
irrelevant.
They're very
you can never be assured in these that the second couple's gonna be okay. But the first couple probably
because of the light tone. I really do think we're probably guaranteed a happy ending for these 2. I would guess the second one too, but like again, they're angsty enough. Like I don't know, never know about that. And I will
never know about those historicals too.
Right, like gotta lean into sad somewhere. Might as well make it them because they're already angsty. Might as well just go with that. And I will say the fellow for them, Lee Shin Young. I feel like he was in. The fact that I'm blanking on this show, the North Korea show. Crash Landing
on You. Yes,
he was like the young, quiet soldier, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
That one. And a lot of people really liked his acting. So anyway, that's him. He does a good job being kind of a charismatic prince dude. And Kang Taeho's funny. Kim Se-jung's funny. They continue to be funny. And Kim Se-jung's character is typically in dude clothing. Typically, when she's being a porter, even when she's in unit clothes at some point. She's not typically court lady clothes at the moment. We might phase into that, but like,
we'll see.
I'm just saying what's fascinating about her character is also she kind of has more masculine quality, not really masculine, but like she gets, because of her porter occupation, she has a lot of access to things that I just really think that female characters don't typically do. So
interesting.
So how about you, Amanda?
Cool. Okay, so this one, again, I'm not sure it's going to stick. We'll see. I started watching on Viki last night, a Taiwanese drama called Oops, I'm in Jail. And I
Jasper.
sort of...
Yeah,
saw that.
Yes, exactly. I sort of read the description, and it's sort of like a sporty thing, but like also like a jail slice of life work office comedy kind of thing. And I was like, okay, so it's kind of giving me like Prison Playbook, but not.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, okay, I like Prison Playbook, so like let me give this a shot. So the main plot is our main character was I think Taekwondo. He was competitive in Taekwondo, on track to like be an Olympic contender. And he gets injured in a match. 6 months later, he goes to his mom and he says, listen, I know that I'm mostly healed up and everything, but I think I'm quitting. Like, I think I've decided that I'm done. And she's like, you've decided? And he's like, yeah, like, actually, to be honest, I didn't know how to tell you, but 6 months ago when I got injured, I pretty much decided. And she's like, 6 months ago you decided? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, what is your problem? And she's like, well, I took out huge loans with a loan shark in order to pay for like the good physiotherapy and stuff so you could get back on track faster. Now I owe $1 million to like a loan shark criminal, and we're going to die like because you're not going to get back into this sport. So he gets into some gambling and is winning until he's losing.
Yeah, until you don't. Yeah.
And so like basically the way it starts is with him dangling from the ceiling, gagged, tied up, waiting for the mob boss lady to finish her karaoke so she can come like torture him basically. And it's kind of like, I was like, oh, this is not what I was expecting. But like, then it does little flashbacks. It does this whole thing. Basically, her thing is that her brother is in jail right now. So she wants to get somebody on the inside to look after her brother. So she is going to get him a job as in order for him to pay off his debt, she'll get him a job to go be a new prison guard at this jail and take care of her brother. You need to go like introduce yourself to my brother and do whatever he asks you to do things. So like, I mean, the first thing that the brother asks him to do is like smuggle me in a deck of like nude lady playing cards. Like, it's like, okay, so like, it's pretty silly most of the time. It gets a little oddly violent at points, and you're like, okay, but it's
a bit of a whiplash.
You're like, I don't really know what the tone of this is,
but because it kind of goes from like, oh, he's gonna get murdered right now to, okay, ha ha ha,
just kidding, just kidding,
okay. So the first episode is very, very a lot of silliness to it, like. The guards go up to the jail on the same bus with the convicts. And then they get off and it's like, oh, no, you just look for the ones who don't have handcuffs on. They're the guards. They're the new guards. Give them a badge. And it's like he drops his badge. And so then they think he's a criminal and they handcuff him and they take him in. It just nonsense. These 3 new guards have to room together in this like shack that is absolutely gross. One of the new guards is hoping to make this his permanent job, so he's very earnest about it. One of them is planning to be a lawyer, and he thinks this will look good on his like law school applications if he does this. And he's an absolute like just jerk. He, like, be quiet, I'm studying for my schoolwork and stuff. And you're like, dude, you have 2 roommates now. You're going to have to live differently. But, and then it's like, every time I watched 2 episodes last night, and I was like, every time I sort of get like so far, and I'd be like, I don't know. And then Jasper Lew would show up, and he'd be like, he's playing.
Okay,
I was
maybe,
like, oh, okay,
maybe.
How it always happens with Jasper.
Yeah.
Something you're like,
You're like, wait, let's just hold on for a few more minutes, you know.
And he's playing like the son of the guy who runs the jail. And he is now like a counselor. And he has been tipped off that there may be some corruption in this jail system. And that some of the guards might be taking bribes. Yeah. And his dad's like, shut it. Okay. I am trying to like get us more funding so that we can expand. And I just need you to zip your lips. And he's like, but no, like everything has to be by the rules, and we have to be
rule book Jasper. Okay, that version.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah. So he is very much playing the straight man in this comedy of nonsense, and like you first get introduced to him in there's sort of a fight outbreaks in this one room, and these new guards can't get it together. This kid who trained in Taekwondo forever, he gets attacked and he just like starts kicking. And they're like, what are you doing? Like, you can't just like kick these guys in the face. That's not okay. They weren't going to kill you. They were just, blown off steam. You can't just kick people in the face. And he's like, it's just, like instinct. People try to kill me and I kick them. But then like Jasper comes in and just starts flipping guys over his shoulder and like taking care of business, and you're like, okay, all
right, Jasper. Okay, we get what's going on.
I'm just picturing Amanda mentally like almost leaving the room.
Yeah.
And then like
Jasper
and then she pulls up a chair at least
like leaning back around the doorway, like let's just see where this goes.
All right, Jasper. And it really is like when Jasper is on the scene, it's like a more serious show. Like not a super serious, but like becomes a more serious show. He's got there's like a lady that works there. She's a social worker or whatever. And they both have kind of like roles where they're on the prisoners' sides. So they like kind of get along well, and they have these conversations and stuff. And they just like, you're like, oh, okay. I like this show. This is fun. And then you go back to like the kid and these young guards who are absolute idiots, who are just like he, to not get caught doing something sketchy, shoots himself in the face with pepper spray. And they believe it because he's dumb. So like, of course he would be in the building when he's not supposed to be working because he's too stupid to read the schedule right, and then accidentally pepper spray himself in the face because he got scared. Like, yes, we believe this of this kid. And yeah, so the other thing that's holding me there is that the actor who plays the brother who's in jail is just so charismatic. Like he's very, very handsome young man, but he's just also he's just really charismatic. He really pulls you in. He's got that Jasper effect where it's like, oh, he's on the screen again. Let's see what he's going to do. And he has that sort of edge where like, he's in prison for something bad. He's a bad dude. He would kill somebody. You can see that. But he's also got a real sense of humor, and like the things he wants you to do is get him a deck of nudie cards. He's going to take some drugs to like get out for a day trip to the hospital, not so he can escape, but so he can like bang his wife. Like he just, okay. Like,
now you say young man. I just looked him up. He's in his 40s. He's one of us. Okay. He's not that young.
That's still young compared to me.
Youngish. Young at heart, man.
Yeah. He's just, there's something about him, something about the actor, something about the character. It keeps me coming back. There's something, despite the fact that there is a lot of like potty humor, there's a lot of like, just moments where you're like, okay. And then something fun happens again, and you're like, all right, I'm kind of digging it. So I don't know. We'll see. The first 2 episodes are free on Viki, which is like, if you don't have a subscription, and free on iQIYI as well. It's an iQIYI original. So I figured I'll watch the first 2 episodes, and that should help me decide whether I want to do I want to pay for a month and finish her off or whatever. And I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if it was free, I would definitely keep watching it. But like, do I want to pay for the rest? Maybe not. Yeah. I don't know. So it's a show, and if anything about it sounds interesting, you can go watch the first couple episodes and
decide for yourself.
See what I mean?
Sounds like it pretty much matches the trailer, because like I was interested in it.
Yeah.
And so I checked out the trailer on Viki, and I was like, oh, probably a pass for me, but interesting.
Yeah. There was like a toilet humor scene early on, and I went, oh, no, Sky does not want to watch that.
If we spend more than a minute with that, I'm done. Like, I'm cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, but it was fun. I mean, I did watch 2 episodes in a row. I just kept going because I was enjoying it for the most part. So, yeah. How about you, Jessie?
Well, something very different from what you were watching in the same country. I started watching the Taiwanese drama. I didn't have the title up and I forgot it. It's Had I Not Seen the Sun. I'm watching it on Netflix. If you have been thinking about watching this is the time, because while I've been watching it, I found out that it's part 1 and there's a part 2 coming. So it was released this month, like towards the middle of this month, and the next part isn't happening until the middle of next month, roughly. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't know, because I would have maybe watched it all in one day, and then been really pissed off that I should stop. It's a crime thriller suspense drama about a kid who confessed to murdering a bunch of people. He was a serial killer, including his father. And in the present time, it's been 10 years, a production studio, or not, they're not a studio, they're a 3-person type deal, have decided they want to do a documentary on him. And the girl who is kind of the lowest in the group ends up going to the prison to see him and get his permission to do this documentary about him. And there's some weird connection between them, and the show kind of jumps around a lot, where you're in present time and kind of focusing on the documentary, and through the documentary process, they're finding out things about his victims and the people left behind. And then you also see kind of flashbacks of that time, what happened, because he has this connection with this girl who is a ballet dancer, who was a classmate of his, and they do this kind of twist with the story, where the girl who works working on the documentary, she has been focused on this story and this case for a really long time, because they were preparing for it before they asked for permission from him, and she starts to kind of essentially be haunted by this girl, and she starts to see her a lot. And like she's like always in her dreams, and she's like in this weird space where she's kind of like keeps getting presented with like scenes and sightings of this girl, and she doesn't know who she is or the connection. It's not actually supernatural, but like there are things going on. And there was a very like it's definitely like when they first like the serial killer kid first sees her, he immediately like focuses on her, and you don't know why. And it's like presented that potentially there like is some connection. She also has a very overbearing older sister who basically raised her, who is not okay with her working on this case as well. So you get like hints towards like things that you don't know how they're like tied into each other. But it's a great drama. Like it's amazing. I watched like 5 episodes in a row. Type amazing. It very well might be my favorite drama of the year.
Wow. Big, bold claims coming out.
It's really hard to describe it because there's just like so much involved, and it's like
you don't want to give away too much if someone
like,
wants to watch it.
Every like a lot of it is also like you have to be watching it to get the full effect of it, because when it becomes her where she's like getting all these like dreams about like what's going on and stuff, it's shot like a horror. And so like there's a lot of things going on and a lot of people involved, so like you never know if someone is like someone you might see later on in an episode or not, or they're just like passing person through. Like I mean, like, even, like, to the point where she had just moved into a new apartment. And, like, during the first episode, she meets a couple of her neighbors down in the lobby. And they're like, you should have, like, asked us before you moved in. Some girl died in your apartment. It's haunted. And then they keep asking her about all, like, the haunting. And then she, like, you know, trying to figure out that, too. And it's a whole big thing. But it's really good. There's also like 2 great things also on top of this that make the show amazing. First, Shishi is the opening theme song person.
Nice.
So I was like, yes. And then the writer duo for this is the same writer team for Someday or One Day.
Oh,
so
yeah. So the quality of the writing,
quality
it's
of
there.
The writing, it's so good. Yeah. I will say, I mean, like, you do see the murders and they are bloody, so like it's definitely not.
Keep
like
that in mind.
Yeah, it's definitely got some kind of gore levels to it, and like a lot of it is kind of like unsettling. But it's been incredible watching it. I've just had so much fun with it.
Awesome.
Interesting. I've got a real like now for something completely different energy to bring you, because I started I just literally about an hour before we came to record, I finished the 2nd episode, which is all that's out, of the new GMM TV show Me and Thee, which is on iQIYI. The show is friggin' hilarious. Okay, it's comedy through the roof, essentially. So the basic plot is you have this photographer, and he's a bit introverted, but he's like a nice guy. Okay, he's just like a nice guy, and his sister works for this like high-end perfume company, and so she's like, hey, can you come, like, we need a photographer for our, like, you know, new, you know, advertising campaign. So he comes in to do that, and the main model, who's like the spokesperson at the moment, is another friend of theirs, and they're like, just, you know, they're just friends. Okay, so they're at this after shoot, like, you know, they finished the shoot, it went really great, they're at like the after party at a bar. And he goes to the bathroom, and a bunch of thugs are like surrounding the model friend. And he's like, whoa. I need y'all to like step away from my bro here. Like, what's going on? And he's like, yeah, they want me to like pay me to go have sex with this guy, and I'm not into it. And he's like, yo, no, my bro's not into it. We're gonna leave. We're just gonna like go. so his friend, the model, who is this is important side plot, I'm sure, coming forward, in a sort of toxic relationship with this other dude. He leaves and he's like, man, that was like really weird. Like, and then he then gets surrounded by all these thugs who are all like in, suits and stuff. And this like guy comes out and he's like, hey, like what was your deal? And he's like, dude, you can't just like surround people in bathroom bars and try to get them to sleep with you. That's really messed up. What's wrong with you people? Like, you can't threaten me like this. Like, we live in a society of laws. I'm going home. He then goes home and then realizes that this guy is the guy who owns the perfume company, who's also from that it is rumored that this perfume company is a mere front business because he's from an organized crime family. And it turns out all of that absolutely true. Absolutely 100% true. But then you meet this guy, this mobster, okay? And he is the dumbest man who ever lived. All right. Like, you could tell this guy is a disappointment to his family. And so he doesn't know how to interact with people. And he's obsessed with this one fake soap opera. What was the name of the soap? It has like a really great name. It's like Shadows of Heart or something. It's called The Shadow of Vengeful Love. So he's like, obsessed with this licorne. And so he sees all interactions, since he doesn't have any friends, and the only person he spends time with is his extremely put upon assistant. So he sees everything through the lens of like licornes. And so that's how he interacts with people. And this one photographer being like, dude, you're fucking weird. You can't talk like this, was like the first person to ever like tell him to F off, essentially. So he's like, I need to know more about this guy. So he's like, basically worms his way into this guy's life under the guise of, I need you to help me be more attractive to your friend, this model. But he very quickly, like within the first episode, has actually abandoned that plot. And it's like, this is the man of my dreams, and I'm going to use all of my licorne knowledge to try to seduce him. Sky, he got really passionate about this plot. And meanwhile, this poor photographer is just like, why can't you just be cool, man? Like, you can just, you don't have, like, why are you doing this? Just be normal. And it is so over the top, and I am having so much fun with him.
So is the reason that he is attracted to the photographer guy just because, like, oh, you're the first person the photographer, he is very good looking. Like, he's played by Fu Bin, who is he's a very good looking man. But also, yes, it's just mostly he called him on his shit, which no one ever does. And so he's like, oh, what is this?
He's having a feeling that moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I was like.
And like, he keeps doing like these. Obviously there's only 2 episodes out as of when we're recording this. And like, he's doing all of these over the top things, like he buys an Italian restaurant thinking they're about to go on a date so that he can kick everyone else out, and that but of course it goes wrong. Like, he's always buying him like treat like flowers and gifts and stuff that this photographer thinks are for the model friend. So he keeps like being like, hey, like, I don't know why he keeps giving this to me when it's obviously meant for you. And then you like see him in the like off, like, like in the shadows being like, why did he give away the gift again? And it's just so over the top. But my favorite character is 100% this guy's poor put upon assistant who just like is just always in the corner, like, sir, please. Like, yeah, I'll do it because you pay me, but I need you to, can we not be doing this? And it's so like just over the top. And the preview for next episode has me really excited because it turns out that, do y'all remember the Vegas's dad from Kin Porsche? Like the really evil dad? The abusive dad. He's playing this mafioso's father who lives in Hong Kong and is coming back to like see his disappointment son, his fail son who runs the fronts in Thailand. And it's just like, it keeps cutting to this fake soap opera that like where he's basing all of his, like life knowledge from. And it's like it's a really cheesy, over the top, like absolutely absurd one. And you're just like, oh. So I'm really excited to see where this goes because it's just, he's so stupid. And I really love a stupid character. But he's not a himbo because he's not actually that nice. Like, because he's like a crime syndicate heir, right? But oh my God, it's so much. It's so good. I'm really, really enjoying it. It stars so it starts Pond Fu-in, who are like a GMMTV couple, but Pond was in Leap Day. He was like one of the guys in Leap Day. So this is such a different, like, going from this extremely serious, like, horror show to just being like, you're going to be the dumbest man who ever lived, who everything you say sounds like it's from the corniest licorn you've ever seen. And I'm loving it.
That's probably a fun switch for him too, though.
Yeah, like I think so. It's really good. If you're looking for a comedic, over the top sort of thing, but it's not like over the top in like the ways, like it's not like, bathroom humor type over the top, but just over the top because this guy thinks that life is a licorn.
Right.
Uh-huh. And so it's just like beautiful.
What is the rate of release like on those episodes? Is it like
it's one episode a week, and they're like 50-minute episodes. So I think Sky would be the perfect length for you. You said 45 is like your ideal.
Well,
it comes out on Saturday mornings. So it's on iQIYI. It's super fun. I've been really enjoying it. So yeah, so if you're looking for a new dumb BL to add to your roster, this might be a good option. So Sky, what's another show you've been watching?
So I'm going to talk about Dynamite Kiss. It is on Netflix. It is a pretty popular one that's on Netflix, KDrama. And we're only 4 episodes in so far. 2 episodes a week. I want to say Wednesday and then Thursday is usually when they've been releasing, if I can remember right. And it hour 10 minutes. So we're still doing the long episodes. And I'm gonna say straight up comedy, like rom-com, like
heavy on the com.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
I was just looking up because I was curious. I was like, I feel like screenwriter director. I was curious. So screenwriter for Mystic Pop-Up Bar, from Now on Showtime, and then Dynamite Kiss is Ha Yuna. And then the director is Kim Jae-hyun, and they have done $1 Lawyer and Dynamite Kiss. So as far as like,
comedy, yeah,
and this all makes a lot of sense to me. So as far as like, also we are going to eventually get a cameo. We haven't gotten it yet, but we will eventually get a Nam Goong-min cameo for like a variety of reasons. So it all makes sense. But as far as like the tone, whereas $1 Lawyer was based on a webtoon, I think. So like it had the webtoon vibe. I will say Dynamite Kiss is not a webtoon. I just checked, according to MDL at least. But as far as like, could have tricked me. Could have tricked me.
The vibes are webtoon.
They are. They also honestly have What's Wrong with Secretary Kim vibes to me, which again,
Okay.
webtoon. So because we're getting some like graphics, some like it's just definitely our lead guy is similar character. So how do I set this up? I will say the description is not quite what you're getting. Like the description on MDL sounds way differently straightforward than what this show gives you.
Okay.
So, okay.
The description, I won't read it because it's very like, it sounds like coworkers straight out of the gate is what it was what you it sounds like you're getting. And like for some reason they kiss and that's a problem because she's married and has, or at least says she's married and has a kid. That's what I was going into this being like, that's what we're doing. Like I thought first 2 episodes, we're in Jeju Island. We are like co-conspirators trying to fake be a couple. Like they didn't even know each other. There's all these machinations. Fake be a couple because her ex is there and he's also trying to grab him for a project type thing.
Okay.
These people, they didn't know each other. They actually hate each other for like enemies, but then become co-conspirators. And he has already said he doesn't believe in love, all this stuff to his friend back in, you know.
Classic.
And his friend's like, have you ever like fallen hard for somebody? Have you ever had a kiss that you can't forget? And he's like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, no, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't believe all that. Well, so then for the thing that, you know, they're trying to put on a front, they kiss. And then he's like, oh no.
Classic.
During fireworks.
Classic.
He is like, can we do that again, please? Type thing. So he's a goner from there on. Like, we are done. And then she has to flee because, like, so then he's like, can we actually go on a date, like, for realsies tomorrow? First, like, I'm not going to get into all the details here. I could go on, but like, but then of course, like, good day, getting super romantical in the hotel room. And like, he's in the shower and she gets a call that her mom collapsed.
Oh no.
So she flees and does not say goodbye.
Dun, dun, dun.
Next thing. So in order for, there's all this stuff. Money issues. We already know she's poor. She's a fail person. Like I will say I struggle with the show a little bit because it's definitely one of the like, the girl has a rough life. Like everything is difficult for her. Been unemployed for a long time. Been trying to get the civil servant test going. Like, you know, she's trying everything. It's just not working for her despite being an intelligent, educated, you know, all the things just are not working. And so now her sister was going to get married. Loan sharks happened for a variety of reasons. Fled. So there's debt. The house is about to go. Medical debt from the mom just now. So we have to lie about her best friend who is a single dad with a 6-year-old kid that her mom kind of helped raise. So, hey, I'm a mom for this position that just requires you to be a mom in order to have a really fancy desk job.
Listen, we've done worse for less.
And of course, her family motto, and her dad is deceased. Her family motto and her dad's thing was always integrity.
Of course.
So she's struggling to even apply. You know, like she would never, except for she has to, essentially. So she has to lie, and then he come to find out, not only was he this startup guru type guy, he gets dragged into his family business, forced to be in charge of this mom team that she just got hired. So that's how we become coworkers. We become coworkers because of all of that. So then the moment we see each other, oh no, like she's in trouble, big trouble. So she's begging for a job. He has all the authority, but he's angry, but he's still in love with her. So that is how I'm just saying it's different than what you read. Heavy on the funny. I did think it was fun that they were like conning together. Like I thought that was because I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, we're doing like a con, like episode 1. Okay, like random. But it does. So once we finally get where we thought we were going to be, there are 3 other ladies on the team, and the only thing that was required was that they're moms, and the person that hired them was trying to make a fail team for him because she wants him to fail. Because the sister, or half sister, I can't tell, but definitely don't like him. But even right out of the gate, it's all different kinds of moms, but they all have kind of a camaraderie, which of course she is struggling with. And, my goodness, my phone again. She's struggling with because she's not a mom, but like they all have this instant, like trying to get friendly, and she's like not vibing, and she's like, oh no, I'm trying to do this. And so she works harder at it, but she very quickly she never thought she was better than them, but she definitely doesn't have the same language. And so she eventually figures out like she doesn't just want herself to succeed and eventually get like a full-time job because it's like a 6-month internship thing. Yeah. She wants to help her team become successful in whatever they want to do too. It's like pretty much right out of the gate. Because she's what I actually love about this show is they show her character, despite the fact that she's having a rough life. She is so kind for no reason. So she was already early on episode 1. She was running behind and having an awful day and all this stuff, but she would stop to help a lady across the road. And she's not really a doormat so much as she will go out of her way to help pick tangerines up for someone that dropped them. And that's actually kind of the moment that he sees that she's kind at some point. And that's actually it's not just the kiss. It was also like, oh, she's like a very sweet person. Yeah. And so that's actually what's really keeping me involved in the show. And so that I like that aspect of her character. And I think that helps balance out a lot of, because his character is kind of the over the top, egotistical, like not old school, not super old school, but definitely like Secretary Kim level again. Like it definitely reminded me of that. And they try to do that as far as like how he kind of grand gestures sometimes and stuff. It's like, okay, you can calm down, buddy.
Okay, relax, my dude. Relax.
So, but again, long episodes. So I do, it's not that I struggle with, I think it's a fun show. I'm not super hooked, but I'm curious. I am wondering how on earth are we going to help the ladies not get fired? How is it all going to work out truly? Because how do you pretend to be a mom when you're not? Like, she was put on the spot, and it was obvious that she couldn't do diapers correctly. And so, of course, the excuse was I was nervous. But it's like, no, you don't even know how to do that. Like, you are so screwed.
Watch a YouTube video. Come on now.
Like, you should have thought of that. Because that's basic. But it gives kind of, when I say old K-drama vibes, I don't mean classic. I do mean Secretary Kim. So like the vibes of Secretary Kim, those like romantic-y, slapstick a little bit, like, oh, he's going to go pout and not come to work for a few days, but then she convinces him because project, workplace, but it's not really heavy workplace. It's more romance workplace. Yeah. It's definitely not like, oh, reminds me of, like J-Drama's workplace is a totally different vibe.
Different vibe.
So it's about work.
It's actually about work then. And we actually care about business.
They're doing business.
Do I really care about like the success of the Natural Bebe company? Not really. No. But like the ladies are having a good time. So I recommend it to people who like silly rom-coms. They both have very good comedic timing. They seem like they're having fun. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sometimes that's all you need. Like,
sometimes you just need the vibe, right? You just need the vibe sometimes.
Yeah, and of course, like just like Secretary Kim, it's not all fun and games. The Chaebol stuff is pretty dark, and of course, so you have to bring
that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. How about you, Amanda?
I started watching a Korean daily, new one out that is called Marie and Her Three Daddies. So it's giving Mamma Mia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun.
You know.
But do they sing?
No.
Oh,
Sadly, no. So the setup here is that Marie is a 28-ish year old, 27, 28, something like that. She's a med student. She's just recently graduated. She's looking to set up her residency and, like move through the next steps after passing all the tests and doing all the stuff. So like technically a doctor, but not kind of vibe. She is poor. She is like, working 3 jobs, helping her mom and grandma pay the bills and put herself through med school. This is something that gets called out at one point early on because her great aunt runs a very prestigious hospital that she works like a part-time job in. And her uncle, her great aunt's like son-in-law, he also works at the hospital, and he was a poor kid who had to put himself through school. And he keeps looking at his mother-in-law and going, why are we making this girl work so hard? Like, we give out scholarships for this. Why is somebody in our family struggling like this when we have a hospital? Like, we should be able to help a med student that's related to us. And she's like, she's not my grandchild. And you're like, cool.
Some people are just weird like that, man.
Right?
Like, that's actually very realistic, where it's like, yeah, you could easily help this person who is related to you, but you're like, no.
That is those fictional things. Like, man, I wish that was just a fictional thing, but
yeah, I'd say, but I'm like, no, that's just reality, unfortunately.
Right. So the basic premise of this show is that 28 years ago, Marie's mom got married right out of high school to a man that you later find out was a student teacher at her high school, but they dated for the summer before he came to teach at her school, and he thought she told him she was a university student.
Okay.
They met on a blind date.
Okay,
right? He thought that they dated for the summer, and then he shows up for work the first day and goes, son of a gun. Like, are you kidding me? Great. Yeah. So that basic setup, you're like, ugh, okay, whatever. She graduates, they get married, and I'm not entirely certain if I missed it or if they haven't really given us this detail yet. It's possible she told them she was pregnant, and that's why they had to get. I'm not sure. So anyway, it comes around. She's not pregnant. She wants to be pregnant, though. But 28 years ago, fertility treatments, in vitro, that sort of thing was all illegal in Korea. So her aunt, who is at this point just like a doctor at this hospital, is running fertility studies, and she needs more young men volunteers. And she had a bunch drop out or whatever. So sort of last minute, she gets a bunch of her male medical students that are working with her to like provide the samples.
Oh no.
And her niece, who wants to be pregnant, says, if I sign my husband up for your study, can you give me the old, turkey baster treatment? And her aunt's like, no, like I could lose my license. And she's like,
good for the aunt.
Right? So inevitably, the aunt does give in, but also,
God, it's terrible.
Like samples were perhaps mislabeled.
Oh, of course.
So, right? So 7 years later, Marie's dad absolutely adores her. She hangs the moon. Like, he just wants to spend all of his time with her, which makes her terrible mother, very jealous and angry. And you're like, lady, you could be at the park on the picnic with them. Like, why don't you just do stuff? He only wants to do stuff with my daughter. He wants to spend time with her all the time, and he never spends time with me.
It's almost like
you're a family. You could like do stuff together. Like, what? But for whatever reason, their relationship falls apart. He's crying in the car as he leaves his daughter behind and moves to America. I'm not really sure why he
wouldn't get custody.
Zero, like, it's unclear. I'm only in sort of the second week, and it's been out for like 5 weeks now. Mm-hmm. So maybe
it'll get there faster, why, but
you know, it's unclear to me why he basically goes completely no contact, which may be because he's in America and the mother's super mad at him. So like when you've got a small child, they don't have a lot of access to like phones and stuff if their parents don't let them. For whatever reason, fast forward 20 years, she's graduated. She found her dad because he's an artist, and she saw a painting hanging in a gallery that she had a vivid memory of, and she knows it's her in the picture. And so she tracks down the artist and is like, "Are you my dad?" And he's like, "Mary, come to America to do your residency. I'll pay for it. And we can get to know each other once again." Mom's not a big fan of that.
Of course not.
This mom sounds like a piece of work.
The mom is a piece of crap.
As my mom would say, she's a piece of work.
Yeah, like she's not inherently mean. She's just kind of dumb and very pretty and spoiled and always had things go her way. And she does dumb things. Like she's been scammed out of her money by supposed romantic relationships. She, in the first few episodes, you see that a man is asking her to marry him. Well, we know because of scenes we've seen taking place in the hospital that his wife is in the hospital, has just given birth to a child. Like, you know, like her mom falls for this crap all the time. She's just waiting. If you see it in her character when she was a child, like in high school, she's just waiting to find the right man because then her life will go right. And it's like, girl, like you just need to make your life right. Like I just need you to take care of your child and stop this.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know, so basically the three potential daddies are her guy that she thinks is her dad, her uncle, who like is married into the family, right? Like he's not blood related to her, but he was one of her aunt's med students back in the day.
Oh no. Messy.
And this is the messiest one.
Oh no.
Okay. There is a love interest who is her sunbae from school. And they have a really cute little thing. They're both very into each other, all this stuff. He has a much older brother.
Oh no.
Who is a doctor who has just come back.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They're really pulling out all the soap opera stuff.
Right?
Huh? Like they're really.
And it's so funny because it is very cutesy family daily. Like it is a very fun family daily, but it's birth secrets out the wazoo, right? Because some of the vibe that I'm getting is that maybe the significantly older brother is maybe not his older brother, is maybe his dad who, you know, couldn't at 20 be a dad because then he wouldn't be able to be a doctor.
Even
so
messier.
He got his parents to raise the baby.
Messier.
Very, very daily drama.
So,
very like listen, it sounds intriguing.
Yeah, right? So it's the romantic bits are cute between these two young doctors. He's a real dear. Like he's just an adorable kid. His mom or possibly grandma has just died, and he's sad about that. His dad is a delight. Like, he's just this older retired dude who's lots of fun. And there's a lot of characters that are adorable. Like her, sort of similar to Mamma Mia, like the mom has these two best friends and I love them. They're character-wise, they're great. The one is the cousin who's married to potential daddy number 2. And they seem to have a really healthy, happy relationship. Like they like each other, they love each other. So that's nice. The 3 friends, the other one it seems to be like a single auntie kind of situation of our main character, Mary's best friend. The best friend is very like, girl, like that cute doctor clearly likes you and you clearly like him. Can you just like, I know you have like trauma over your parents' divorce, but like, just go out and get laid. Like, can you please,
Please, we beg, please.
Right? Like, so it's cute. And they spend a lot of time. I find that often a drama like this, the sort of adult kids would be the main focus. And in this, Marie is definitely the main character, but the main focus seems to be more on the 3 dads and the mom and their lives and how that affects the kids that they have. But it's more about the grown-ups. It's more about the grown folk and how they got where they are and why they're where they are. It's not super intense. It's not
so far,
right? But it's very, put it on in the background and like nobody is super evil. Like even the aunt, like
how many episodes?
You've got like
is
100 of it, right?
120. So like,
there's time.
There's lots of time for it to get super crazy. But it's, I don't know, like even the aunt who doesn't help out her great niece and stuff. She's not.
I see villain potential. Like, I see potential.
There is, but she's also very. I don't know. She's her sister who raised the like crappy mom was also kind of a flighty, spoiled, and she worked to get where she is. And so she gets kind of like my sister, my niece, I'm trying to believe the best of my great niece, but also she comes from this long line of women who kind of, so, but she's also like her son-in-law will say to her, he's not getting the promotion and he doesn't say it. It doesn't come across like he's saying it to blackmail her, but he'll say something like, oh yeah, because like, in vitro was illegal back then. And she'll just look at him like, what are you trying to say? And he's like, nothing, but maybe we should take care of my niece. Maybe.
Just putting this out there.
Like, and she's like, okay. So like, he clearly knows that, I don't think he knows that there was a mix up back in the day and that maybe her dad, but he knows that Marie did not come around by entirely legal means. So we'll see. We'll see where it all winds up going. I really hope it doesn't go into like an incest thing and that like that one that the love interest's brother or / possible dad is not her dad, because like
how late in the show will you feel like you've passed like
when is
will you feel relieved that it didn't, so like if it does it have to be like the last 5 episodes for you to be like, okay, like we're in the clear, like at what point?
I don't know. I guess the vibe right now is still very, very much more the cutesy family style daily than the darker, more Mac Jane kind of vibe. So like I don't feel like that's where they're going to go, but or I feel like it could be where they go maybe like a quarter of the way in the show. That's where they go. So she pushes off the guy and is like, no, we're related. And then it's going to come out. But the thing for me with having them make all these people doctors and med students and stuff is that I feel like she would have done the blood test thing before now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, even in Korea, like in regular dramas, you see like
you can get paternity testing. Yeah.
So like I feel like if the thing that's going to bring it up is going to be like, oh my gosh, I couldn't possibly be his daughter because I have the wrong blood type. She would have found that out before now. Like,
yeah,
as a med student, she would have known that A plus B do not equal whatever, you know, like, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. It's good sort of background noise right now.
I suppose you're not supposed to think about it so deeply.
Yeah. Well, and because it's a daily, not that much happens that quickly, right?
Yeah.
Because they have 120 episodes. There's a lot of filler and a lot of little stuff that goes on. So it's just kind of, okay, I'm crafting and it's on. And, you know, you can tell by the tones of their voice, okay, something's happening now. I should look up and read the subtitles, you know? Like, I can't get by on just watching it out of the corner of my eye. I got to actually put the eyeballs on it now. So, so like Mamma Mia, but not. But kind of.
I still think if there was more singing, it might be better.
Yeah. I want a singing daily.
Yeah, that would be a delight. How about you, Jessie? Anything else you're watching?
Yeah, so I decided to pick up the J-drama, The Revenge Lover. It's on Viki. I purely did it because the lead female is the same lead female from the Yakuza Boss's Lover show.
Love that
show. Listen, this is not like the greatest show in the entire world, and it's like basically the Yakuza Lover and different font, but like
I love it.
It's still a thing, and it's you know it's good, kind of like mindless episodes because they're like 20-minute episodes, so it's like you can breeze through it. So essentially, it's about a girl who works at a company who has a boyfriend who she finds out the boyfriend is
this is literally the same setup as Yakuza Lover.
But like, so like the boyfriend who's supposed to be like proposing soon, she finds out that he's cheating on her with someone at her work who she was like kind of close with.
Step by step, same setup. I'm loving it.
And so her company that she works for gets a new boss. And you can tell right away that the boss like eyes her, and you're like, what's going on? Does he know her? What's, something's happening. And so she things happen, and she like confronts her boyfriend and the girl from work, and she like runs away crying, and she ends up like kind of running into the boss, and he like is asking her what's going on and all the stuff. And then, of course, he's like, hey, you know what? Let's get revenge for this. You can pretend to be my girlfriend. And so that's what they do. And so, of course,
perfect.
Basically that story like happens for one episode, and then the boyfriend and that girl are gone. And so you do find out that they're like in this relationship to get revenge on the previous boyfriend. You do find out that he also has motives in this, and I won't spoil it for you, even though it wouldn't matter if I spoiled it for you, but like there is a reason why, and like maybe possibly he knows her some way. Okay. So
listen, with these sorts of dramas, you already know you're not watching it to see a brand new plot.
Yeah, like it's literally like someone on set had their clipboard with their check boxes.
Yeah, all right, got it.
Done. Okay, good.
Incredible.
So Yeah, listen, it's short. It's like 8 episodes, 20-minute episodes. It's on Viki. It like, I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but like having it like watch like a couple of episodes and then do something else and then watch some more. It works. It works for what it is. Like I won't say it's like terrible too. I do think like if you are into this kind of like drama, like you'll love it, and it would be perfectly fine like entertainment for you. Yeah, as soon as I was like, I think this is gonna be the same, and then I like played it and I was like,
this is exactly the same.
Except no Yakuza. No Yakuza.
I will ask, what is like the danger level of his vibe?
Oh, it's fine. Like,
yeah, because even in like the Yakuza's Beloved, like his danger level was zero. Like you were just like, oh no, he's gonna be the nicest, best boyfriend you've ever seen.
The whole entire time you're like, you Yakuza? Come on.
And then like what I love about is like the first, like, this is Yakuza's Beloved. Great show, y'all should watch it. It was a lot of fun. It's like the full up until the last scene of the first episode, you're just like, this is just a really nice guy. What are you even talking about? And then it's like he's taking a shower and it's like full dragon tattoo on the back, and you're like, I see. Okay, all right.
There's no like cohabitation, so there is that. Like that's not a thing. That's the one thing they were like, we're gonna be different.
We're gonna be different than
this last one. Or I guess this actually came out first, so I guess Yakuza's boss was the one to,
Yakuza's boss.
Well, listen, we watched that. That was the better one.
Yeah, between the two, yeah, that's definitely the better one.
Yeah, Yakuza Beloved.
But it's
watch that
really,
one instead.
Like the revenge, like everything, like pretty much like every time there's like any sort of thing that happens, it like resolves within the episode. So
perfect.
Like, the conflicts are like 20 minutes long, and then they're done, and you're like, oh, this other thing. Oh, even in this show, she has a terrible mother. Not in the terrible way that she was in the other show, but like, she's still a terrible mother. So, yeah.
You know what? This seems like a fun little way for me to pass Monday. You know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. Vicky, might as well watch it.
Yeah, why not?
Cool.
Fun. I also come bearing a J-drama. The thing though, okay, here's the thing. When I started this J-drama, I don't know why, but my brain told me that it was done. So when I started watching it, I thought I was going to watch an entire show. My brain, I don't know why my brain told me this, because it 100% isn't done. As of recording date, there were only 6 of 10 episodes out, but for some reason, my brain was like, yeah, it's a full show you can enjoy. Anyway, it has an incredible title. It's one of those shows whose titles just tell you everything you need to know about what you're about to watch.
Okay.
And the title is School Trip. Joined a group I'm not close to.
Okay.
You can watch this on Gaga Ooh La La.
I wonder what it's about.
Yeah, the streaming service should tell you
everything.
What's going on here. That combined. So the plot of this is there's this guy he's a high school student. And he's in like a new class, not a new school, but he got put in like a new class, and he doesn't have anyone he knows in this class, like that he's friends with. Like he knows them, but he's not friends with them, right? So he's kind of like the class loner, and he's like, well, there's this school trip coming up, and all of us have to like be in groups of like 5. And I don't have anyone to be in a group with because I don't have any friends in this class. What am I going to do? He is then approached by one of the 4 hot, like the F4 of this school. Okay. And this guy he went to middle school with, but they weren't like friends in middle school, but he just like knew him. And the guy's like, hey, you can come join our group, like as the 5th person in our group. And he's like, are you sure? Like, I don't, this is going to be weird. And they're like, yeah. Like, so it turns out all these 4 guys are actually like super friendly and kind. And they go on this school trip together. It doesn't end at the school trip. The school trip's like the first 3 episodes. And then we're like back at school because it continues. Right. And so like, they're like, yeah, like you're our friend now. Like we're like, you know, buddies. And so he's going on this very awkward for him, but not awkward for them school trip, where like one member of this group seems real concerned about his, you know, comfort, his things. Like at one point he like loses his contact lenses and the guy's like, here, hold my hand so you don't fall. Like, you know, like, oh, do you need to like lean on my shoulder to like sleep on the bus, whatever. Like, there's, they even managed to fit in a like not enough beds trope. Like they did everything. But here's what really got me about this show that has cemented it as being like, oh, I'm really enjoying myself, is the fact that the way it's filmed sort of from like 2 perspectives. One is this like sort of guy with no friends, who's just like, I don't know why they're all being so nice to me. And then the other perspective is from one of the popular guys who has had a crush on him since the first time he saw him. And he's on the romantic trip of his life. All right. But he's the only one on this romantic trip. So it's like, he's just like, this is the best thing that's ever happened. Oh, he fell asleep on my shoulder on the bus. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And like, it's like, oh, he lost his like contact lenses and now I get to hold his hand so he doesn't fall. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And it's just like, it's done so just like well. And just like, they're very short episodes. This is another like 20-minute. Yeah. And it's very charming. I'm obsessed with it now. The dude who's playing like the popular guy who's in love with him was the guy who ran the restaurant in I Love You and You, if you remember that one, about the guy who moves to Osaka and is like the salary man who gets confused by the I think we did like an episode that was a while back that was part of it, but he looks so much younger in this one that I was like, where do I know this guy from? Where? Also, he was in Kamen Rider, because the Kamen Rider to BL pipeline is a straight, no bend. Yeah. It's just straight. Ironically, it's a straight line from Kamen Rider to BL.
Oh, you starred in Kamen Rider. What?
Here's a man to smooch. Like, you know, I'm like really genuinely enjoying it. It's very sweet, and it's just like. But what sort of makes me laugh about it is like it'll have that trope where all of these like teen girls are like, oh my god, like these hot guys, and be ignoring like this 5th member, but he's just as good looking as all of like the other dudes in this group. But they're just
he have glasses or something.
Of course he has.
Okay.
He lost his contact lenses and he was almost blind and needed someone to hold his hand to like take him into the shared bath and stuff. Like. Everything about this show is just like aggressively adorable. And then like he's just super confused because he's like, why are they still being nice to me now that the trip's over? Why is this guy like being like, oh, you're gonna come on vacation with us? Oh, like we're gonna be friends now. And he's like, what's happening? And it's just I just love the perspective that one person is living in a different reality than the other one. It's like the same things are happening. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's on Gaga Ulala, which, as always, I love their catalog. God, their UI though, y'all. Like their app really is so bad. It's so bad. Like
they're trying their best.
They're trying their best, and I like listen. I want it to be better, but it drives me nuts. Like, you know, like I like skipping through opening credits, right? But anytime you try to fast forward, it pauses the video. Like it doesn't just let you like tap to fast forward. As soon as you tap, it pauses, and it'll be like, oh, and then there's no like. It doesn't just have like the episodes like listed out easily. You have to like scroll through. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre the UI is not good, but the service it's providing is good. The content is good. And it's often the only place to find a lot of these more lower budget queer things. Because this isn't, shockingly, this isn't a particularly high budget number, but it is very cute. It's very nice. It's definitely like PG rated unless they like in these last 4 episodes really go hog wild, which I don't see happening. It's a very PG, like teens could definitely watch this show. And I don't listen. I'm sure some homophobic parents would have some problems with it, but normal people would just be like, "Oh, this is cute." You know,
cool.
Anyway, it's really cute. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know why my brain told me it was done and I would enjoy a nice binge, and now I have to wait 4 more weeks to be done with it.
Of course,
you know. That's just how it do be sometimes.
Right.
You know? But with that, I do believe it is time for our speed round. For anyone who's unfamiliar, we do a little, very quick rundown of some other shows we've been watching and where you can watch them. Just to let you know we've been enjoying. So, Sky, take it away. What are a few other things you've been watching?
Taxi Driver 3. The reason I didn't pick it as like one of my, it's only 2 episodes in. And so that means it's just pretty much one little arc of, and I had kind of not really forgotten, but I enjoy how Taxi Driver does like, and this isn't necessarily always the rule with all 3 seasons. I do think sometimes they have a longer arc with some of their other stuff. So it's not always like this, but sometimes the bad guy that they get, it's 2 episodes. So it's nice that that's kind of your week of episodes happening.
And that's on Viki, eh?
It's on Viki, and they do not do any setup whatsoever. It's very much like these people that you already know are doing their thing. Like there's Rainbow Taxi, we are just Rainbow Taxiing. Like that is what we're doing. But what's nice, also it's set in at least the first 2 episodes. We were in Japan for a little bit, so that was kind of fun. Yakuza things. And he got dressed like a Yakuza, so he had his little accent and whatnot, which is that's part of what I love about Taxi Driver. Him doing all of his little disguises and things just cracks me up. So I really enjoyed that. Great. I got on the thing of I tried a few episodes of a C-drama, The Oath of Love. It was on Viki. I'm sure it's elsewhere too.
Probably.
Because of the cast and the fact that it was medical drama, romance. I was like, oh, yeah. It was slow goings. It might be one of those things that just once in a while when I have like morbid curiosity, I'll just kind of hop back into it. Just because I like the leads. So
like Zhao Zhan is always good.
And then the Go-Go Squid chick.
Yeah.
So of course I'm there.
And it is on many other places, including Tubi. So
he's playing very tsundere doctor is what he's playing.
Oh, very fun.
But they definitely were at odds straight off. So it was the thing. And then I've watched 2 episodes of Last Summer. It's on Viki. I might be 3 episodes in now. Taking some time to warm up. Long episodes, if I can remember right. Set in a small town. Like she works at the city hall or used to. I couldn't quite follow that part. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of ins and outs of the small town, and not everyone like their past, and it's kind of tough for me to get through a little bit. I don't know how much I'm going to be sticking with it. But I've watched enough behind the scenes things and promo things about it that he keeps saying it's supposed to be kind of like a healing drama. I'm like, have we hit that? I haven't hit that stride yet with it. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. I'm not there yet. So I will probably keep trying until I hit whatever he's talking about. I don't know. Some people may really love it. Vibe is sometimes cute. There's a dog. That's important.
We do love a dog.
It is well acted. I'm just saying, like, kind of frustrating interpersonal dynamics is what I'm struggling with for like episodes on end. Peach Trap over on iQIYI, maybe elsewhere, but I know it's over on iQIYI. That's where I'm watching it. I am 6 of 8 episodes in. It's a BL, KBL, super short. I've heard it's pretty popular, right? Like,
yeah, I see a lot of people who are into it, right?
Possibly. Yeah. I will say the lead, like our little lead fluffy guy, he's from Victon. So like, at first I'm like, you seem kind of familiar, buddy. And Victon, okay.
Hey.
And essentially you have, so there's just kind of 3 suitors happen. Like, he's just he's just trying to have a job and be a person, but he's just kind of this sweet dude. And you pretty much have his former boss, his like childhood best friend that like also lives in his house. They're not roommates, but like they live in separate floors. But like they're always together. And then you have like the guy that owns the cafe that kind of developed a crush on him, and they're kind of all after him at the same time. And he just kind of doesn't have a single clue.
You know what? I love that Japan has the Kamen Rider to BL, and then Korea has the mismanaged K-pop group to BL pipeline. Like,
Very much.
It's very much the energy that.
It seems a little low budget. It's very sweet. And it's very like, who will he end up with? He doesn't know. Oh, it's his first kiss, and he was drunk and doesn't remember who it was with. All he remembers was which fitness tracker. It was an Apple Watch. And then he slowly realizes all 3 dudes have an Apple Watch.
Of course, because it's a very common thing to have.
Because even like the best friend character, he's suddenly like, when did you get that watch, dude? And he's like, a month ago. It's like, oh. It's very like low stakes. So that was really nice. So I have 2 episodes left, which are not out yet. So next week. And then did I talk about Mobius forever ago? I might have.
Yeah, you did.
I
Probably
think you did.
I don't think I've touched it since then. I want to, but like
You're still watching it?
In theory, there's a lot of in theory.
That's on Netflix,
watching.
Eh?
I think it's everywhere, right?
It's kind of
everywhere. Kind of everywhere. Yeah.
Like I feel like I saw it even over on iQIYI. You can find it.
Yeah, it's easy to find. Easy to
whenever
find.
you're wanting kind of time travel cops actiony. There you be.
Time cops. No, not quite. Not quite.
Kind of, but not really. And I do just want to give a shout out to Pluto because we did.
Yeah. Oh, you should check out the episode. It was really good, and also the show is really just. I'm also continuing that as well. Like, we don't need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Watch the last episode.
How about you, Amanda?
Okay, I started watching The Golden Egg, which is a J-drama on Viki. It's I think 4 or 5 episodes in. Short episode. I feel like this is my theme for the month. It's like this, but not. It's like Pretty Proofreader, but not. So it's kind of like shorter episodes, but it's very much, as we were saying before, like when Japan does an office drama, it's about the work. And this is about the work. So we've got a young woman who, very serious, studious, wants to get into publishing. She is in her 2nd year working for a really big publisher. She spent her 1st year, she was hired on, she worked for like the monthly in-house newsletter, basically. And, you know, that was a good way to get your feet wet kind of thing and get there. And then they move you sort of, that's where they put the interns and then move you out into something else. Her buddy from the team who was hired when she did, he moved into like books. He's working on like as a sub editor or whatever for books, novels. And like, that's kind of where she'd like to be. She got transferred into the department. She now works on a weekly tabloid. And it's just not her vibe. And she's like, I don't know how to come up with sensational headlines. I don't know how to do this. And so it's basically a little, every week is a different story of her learning how to be a journalist, like how to go out and track down the story and fact find and learn to, like you see in the first episode, she kind of gets taken for a ride. She brings these, photos back to the office and they're like, these are clearly photoshopped. And she's like, they are, aren't they? Crap. But like by episode 3, you see her hang up on somebody because she's like, nah, that doesn't check out. You're lying to me. Click, so she's starting to get there kind of thing. And the older like bosses and stuff are kind of taking her under their wing a little bit and like, okay, yeah, go out. We want you to do this research. And she's like, me? And yeah, because that's how you learn how to tell the difference between the truth and the lies because while we might be a tabloid, we are a tabloid that only reports things that we can back up. Like we don't make crap up. We're not, like that's not what we do here. It looks like there may be one of the things that she sort of looks into in the second episode is the story of a missing high schooler. And it doesn't really get sorted. She does some of the research that they want her to do and finds out where this girl was working after school, but doesn't actually get any further than that. She doesn't find the girl, whatever. But what you see is that the boss who sent her out on that mission actually has he's got a conspiracy board in his office that has this girl's face on it. And the job she gets sent on for the third episode, seemingly completely unrelated, but he puts this one kid's face up on his board with the missing girl and this dead woman and all this stuff. So he is actually looking into something that's a little darker and a little heavier. And a woman was murdered. And the last person she was seen with was this high school girl who has disappeared. And the high school girl has a connection to this boy who possibly is a scam artist. So but they were seemingly all unrelated stories, but the boss has a board with connecting the dots and stuff. And he's sending her out. So it seems in general, it's very episode of the week. But maybe murder.
No, that who knows? That's on Vicky. So
yeah,
I think on Netflix too, maybe, possibly.
Okay. I did watch my first whole vertical drama. I cannot remember the name of it.
It doesn't matter. The names are irrelevant. Yeah.
But
there's so much
shout
fun.
out to the person on our Discord who linked it for us. It's a super gay historical, lesbian queens.
Lesbians.
So good. It just really, I think that vertical dramas might be my ticket to historicals, Chinese historicals, because
there are quite a few of them.
We just drip it right down to the essence, right? We're not going to spend 10 episodes on this. We're going to spend 2 minutes, and then we're going to move on to the next terrible
really
thing.
Speeding you through it,
Or maybe it's lesbians. I don't know, and that is a little harder to find in a Chinese historical. So,
a little.
I watched it on YouTube. I'll find it. It'll be in the notes somewhere. But all the comments are and the historians will say they were just friends.
Yeah. They were roommates.
Very much so.
They were roommates.
And we've been taking a break, but my son and I have gotten back into One Piece.
It'll never end.
250 episodes left. Anyway, but we just, for some reason, the vibe felt right, so we were back into that.
Okay.
How about you, Jessie? What else have you been watching?
I haven't really been watching a lot of Asian dramas, but I did check out the first episode of The Greatest Teacher. It's a J-drama. It's on Netflix. It's about a teacher who's just not connecting with her students, and all her students are really terrible human beings. And like within the, like, this is like literally within like the first 5 minutes of it, she's like contemplating like not like, you know, being good at connecting with her students, and she is pushed off the building. And as she's like falling down, she sees that it's one of the students in her class, but she doesn't know which. So essentially she dies, and then she wakes up a year in the past, and she has knowledge that she has died, and she's realizing that she is given a chance to fix things and potentially find out who her, like, in the future killer is. I thought it was going to be a little bit more on the, like, darker side. But it's kind of more of, like, I'm a teacher and I want to help my students, inspirational type kind of thing. So she like kind of like basically starts off with being like very like, I'm this time around, I am going to connect with these students and make sure that they are good people and graduate type things. So it's like, it's fine. I don't know that I will continue on with it. I do think I should watch a couple more episodes to really get a feel of it. But yeah, it's fine. And then the other drama that I watched is also on Netflix. It's called Scandal Eve. It's another J-drama. It literally just started, so there is only one episode out on Netflix. I don't know the difference in like the Japanese airing schedule, but there's only one currently available on Netflix, and I like picked it up purely because Kawaguchi Haruna, who's like in all of my favorite, dramas, like Silent and stuff. She is in it. She plays a reporter. It is about, the main female is the boss at a entertainment company or management company. So she's managing a lot of actors. She finds out that Haruna's character comes because she is like working at like a magazine. She comes and was like, hey, I found out that one of your actors had an affair with someone at this hotel. And so it's it's kind of like about that. So it's like the dark side of the industry, like fast paced, what you would do for crisis management and all the like kind of things that had to happen to get it along and like connect with everyone, like, all the people who work there, the family members of the actor, that sort of thing. It literally only first episode, so I think I'm gonna continue on with it because it seems intriguing, and I think it's only gonna be like 6 episodes. It's gonna be pretty like easy drama to watch. But that's it.
Nice.
I was telling the ladies before this that I actually haven't been watching that much, and then they all made fun of me. But this month I mean it. And now when I say I haven't been watching a month, I don't mean in terms of a regular human who sleeps and has a social life and a job. I mean in terms of me. I didn't watch that much, but I have continued to watch Me and Who over on WeTV. It continues to be the absolute perfect show for me. It's got the energy is just so chaotic, and it's so over the top silly, and I'm loving every second. It's super fun. I have been continuing watching, and not super fun, but in that same way, I've continued watching Goddess Bless You from Death on iQIYI. Still enjoying it. And I think Jessie and you should check out the episode that Jessie and I did, but I think that our conclusions that we came to about the tone, completely accurate.
Okay.
We're 100% on.
Okay.
I also finished, finally, I've been trying to like finish things that because I do this thing where it's like, I'll be really enjoying a show and then I'll just stop watching it before it's over because something's wrong with me. So I'm like, no, I got to finish things. So I finished watching the Japanese remake of Love Sea. Listen, I like the Thai version of Love Sea because I like the actors in it. The Japanese version is a better show. That's all I got to say. In my opinion, that's on Gagulala. It was better. It just was. Also on Gagawula, I have been watching Punk's Triangle, which is got a real like Clark Kent Superman identity hiding situation where it's like, but I have eyes. That's the same. You know what? It's fine. For the terms of that one is about like this. It's about a fashion student who has like a huge thing for this one model who models mostly in the punk scene. And at fashion school, he's been paired with like the clumsy nerd who always wears a bucket hat in the class. And very quickly you find that's the same person. So he's like talking about his crush on this like model to the model in a bucket hat. And you're just like, okay, sure. Like, I'm enjoying it though. It is fun. I've also been, this is going to sound crazy that I haven't already finished it, but when I like a show a lot, I have a trouble finishing it. I've been working on finishing Leap Day, which Jessie and I also did an episode in February, I think.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. It's now moved. Listen, it's now moved from YouTube. It's now on Viki.
Okay.
And it's still excellent. Like, I'm still really enjoying it. I have like 2 episodes left. It is going to be in one of my top shows of the year if I can make my brain allow me to finish it. And I did watch 2 shows on Netflix. I finished one and I'm in the middle of the other. So I finished Romantics Anonymous.
Yeah. I watched that too.
Yeah, it was really good. Mm-hmm. It was really sweet and I really enjoyed it. It was really adorable. And out of sheer, listen, I went into this last one. I wasn't actually expecting it to be good. But I was like, I gotta watch it because of reasons. So I did start Genie Make a Wish, which my husband was half watching over my shoulder. And to my husband's credit, he goes, "Oh, is that Woobs?" He knew the nickname. He knew who it was. I was like, "It is." It's actually, it's fine. Like here's the thing about it. It's like, is it? I'm not the one to say if it's particularly offensive or not. It doesn't seem mean-spirited in any way towards any cultures as of episode 4.
Yeah.
But like it's basically about a psychopath, like a girl who is a psychopath is reborn. Like she's the reincarnation of the girl who basically got this genie in trouble by not making selfish wishes, because the genie is actually Satan in this one. Like there's many genies, but he specifically is Satan essentially. And he's the one, he's like, I decided, like I made a bet with God that I'm going to like corrupt humans and prove that all humans are corruptible. And then God was like, you know what? Like if there's one that you can't, like if you can't make them make a selfish wish, then you got to stay in hell. And so like, he's been stuck in this lamp, a hell of his own making, for like 1,000 years. And he's like, now I'm out because like the person who finally got me stuck in this lamp has been reborn and I'm going to get my revenge by finally corrupting her. But she's like a psychopath who doesn't care about people. And the easiest way to corrupt people is by making them do things like that they care about, but she genuinely doesn't care about things. So she's like, wait, and like her grandmother has like raised her that like if you do a bad thing to someone else, I will do it to you and it'll hurt. So you can't do it. Or it'll hurt you specifically. And then she's like, wait a second. You Genie are trying to kill me. Does that mean that I can try to kill you without any consequences and finally like give in to all of my like violent impulses? And he's like, wait, I think I may have made a bit of a mistake. So it is like, the thing is, it's like the concept of it is, you know, they could have made him any other mystical creature. You know what I mean? Like so I think this was a bit of a misstep. They could have just made him a demon of any kind, right? Like, but it is well done for what it is doing. Is it going to be like on my top dramas? No, like it's fine. Woobs is charming and devilish. Susie is great. It's got like the cast of characters of like, the small town grandmas that you know and love, So it's got all the elements to succeed in just a very basic, like supernatural comedy situation. And that's all I can say about it. I can't give it a plus or minus in any way, It's fine. And I'm watching it. I'm not the Woobs and Susie, we love them. I'm not getting married. Oh yes, and Woobs and Chip and I are finally getting married.
I just felt like it needed to be
in there.
I'm not excited.
Listen, I'm not condoning or like signing on to any particular like anything about this drama. I need to get ahead of this before, just be like, listen, I'm just saying it exists. And I checked out a few episodes and they were fine. So that's basically been it, except for, like 5 billion vertical dramas and a bunch of, because like, listen, when I can't focus on long form, listen, if I can't focus on long form media, which I haven't been able to do very well because I've just been so sick. And when I'm really sick, I have a hard time watching longer things, but vertical dramas are always there and they're like an hour and a half long. And I'm just like, I shouldn't.
So did I talk about Romantic Anonymous last?
You did last month,
okay, I think so. I think I've misstepped. I want to throw Romantics Anonymous in just a little bit because I watched it like right after our last thing.
It was really
and
good.
I binged it. So then it's not that I forgot about it, but like it was right after.
Yeah,
all
it
I want
was
to say
really
is
good.
It's really, really good. Han Hyo-ju, she's great playing someone with, I don't remember the specific word for it, but she gets anxious, like making eye contact and like
if anyone looks
being
at her.
perceived, it's a whole thing. And then he can't handle someone touching him because like trauma and all these things. So like, but then they figure out
they can with each other.
They can with each other for some weird reason. They're like, why? And they don't like each other. Like they're very like, nah.
They're very. It's not quite enemies to lovers, but it's just sort of like
very
indifferent to slightly adversarial to lovers.
Yeah. She does great. She speaks Japanese like 98% of the time. It's just very, very sweet. Highly recommended. Netflix.
Yeah. It's definitely top of the list of
kind of. I'm not sure. Found Family is a little heavy-handed, maybe, but like the people that work at the chocolate place, they definitely have a sweet camaraderie happening. And I don't know. I think I teared up a couple times. Like I really did enjoy it.
It was really good. It was really done.
I just forgot that was in my.
I also have to add one more caveat for anyone who is going to go check out Love Sea on Gaigula, the Japanese version. Very R-rated. But I will say this about it. The reason I liked it better, a lot of it was that the lesbian subplot was a lot better done.
Oh,
better lesbians. But it's very much R-rated. Not in the lesbian side because they never are. They never are. I was actually talking about this with my husband. I was like, the gay plot lines. It's like they can be cheeks out. All right, like they could be doing anything. But it's like on the lesbian side, we got some chaste kissing, maybe a shot of a hand running down a stomach, and that's it. They said no more. I'm like, it can be cheeks out too. It's fine. Okay, it can also be cheeks out. We're cool, man.
Speaking of the lesbians, I did find the title for that vertical. In case somebody wants to go look it up, it's called "Rewriting a Tragic Past." 2 Empresses Dowager join hands to choose a new emperor.
Wow!
And where did you watch this?
It's all. I watched it on YouTube. It's there.
That's where I watch.
I mean, and it's like a isekai kind of situation.
Oh,
Two empresses die on the day that the one son becomes the emperor. He kills them both, and then they wake up
reborn,
and look at each other like a year ago or whatever, and look at each other and go, "Oh hell nah!" And like
it's like a classic. That's like a classic setup for many a vertical drama.
It's very delightful.
But on that note, we shall be leaving you all for today. We'll be back next week. But we're that's going to be it for us this week. We hope you had a good time listening to us. If you want to find links to where you can watch all of these, you can check out the episode post link that will be linked wherever you're watching this. But it's also just at certifiednoonas.com, our website. You can go find any episode. You can find us wherever podcasts generally can be listened to. And also, if you like video, we are on YouTube. And you can like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff that we are required by law, by content creation law, to tell you to do. If you want to support this podcast like the incredible people who do, you can join the Found Family at patreon.com/certifiednoonas. That's basically our online tip jar, but we do put up little mini exclusives over there. We have a movie night every month, and generally the Found Family, genuinely, heart hands, sending it to you. You're literally, they've been keeping the lights on for years now. Anyway, we hope you have a fantastic week. We will be back next week with something new, not something new, just something different than this week. And we hope that you come back and join us then. Anyway, as always, watch your hands, wear a mask. We've been the three of us have been sick for ever. Don't live our life. All right. Take care to carry hand sanitizer. You know what I mean? Not that we don't. It's just, we don't have an immune system. So, do with that what you will. And as always, keep enjoying Asian entertainment. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.